Healthy engagement with communities is an essential part to a person's well-being. Communities allow for inclusiveness, learning, and progression. With the advent of smart technology, the chances for people to prosper in these community spaces can be furthered. We designed a product to work independently and in tandem with other technologies in the context of a retirement village's community garden. This product is called Empa-Tree, our data visualization tool that seeks to increase the awareness of garden requirements as well as enable the residents to learn about the caretaking of plants. After a thorough design process, we began the construction of a prototype for Empa-Tree. This prototype existed as the culmination of 4 different technologies: a passive infrared sensor, a particle photon microcontroller, a soil moisture sensor, and a strip of neopixels. The neopixels were used as a meter, specifically the colors red, green, and blue to symbolize dry, level, and too wet. Empa-Tree only displays these elements to users when they have been detected in the space by the passive infrared sensor. Upon activation, the soil moisture reader is used to determine a color for the visualizer. In the garden space, the soil moisture reader can be picked up and moved by the user in order to determine the moisture levels of different parts of the garden. All of the information gathered by Empa-Tree is sent to a database. This database not only records the going-ons of Empa-Tree, but also other installations existing in the space. This shared information is available for any other device to utilize and benefit from. Information such as how many people have entered the space over a period of time, or the overall moisture levels of plants, can prove particularly useful for the overall space. This information can also be used to determine how active people are in the space, providing a measurement for whether or not activity increases over time. A short testing opportunity allowed for feedback and observations to be made of Empa-Tree in action. These results showed an understanding of how the color schemes worked, as well as how the movement of the moisture sensor between pots can dictate these colors. Concerns were brought up in regards to the inconsistencies of color across different projects, suggesting that this could be the cause for confusion amongst the demographic. This would have to be discussed between teams before final installation. Additionally, the passive infrared sensor proved to be somewhat unreliable in its detection of passive movement and thus gave way to potential frustration for the user. This could be addressed through the use of differing proximity sensors that allow for a more measured and accurate reading of activity. The amount of time the information was visualized for was also a concern, and this can be improved by simply increasing the delay time in any preceding iterations. Deployment of Empa-Tree in the small-scale garden has helped to prove that the concept can be executed in the larger garden space. By making some of the adjustments suggested with this feedback, the device will be better equipped to work in this environment.